Something big is happening at Apple, and almost nobody saw it coming. Just when everyone thought Apple was done with launches for the year, rumors started spreading, then reports, then sudden stock shortages. And now, all signs point toward one of the most surprising November lineups Apple has released in years. This is not just a small update. This is a strategic move that completely reshapes Apple's smart home, entertainment ecosystem, and tracking technology. So sit tight, because what I'm about to tell you might change how you think about the future of Apple's devices in your home. Let's start with the device that quietly became a favorite for millions of people, the HomePod Mini. When it came out back in 2020, it wasn't the loudest Apple product. It wasn't the most talked about, but it became the kind of device people loved without even thinking. Small, surprisingly powerful, affordable, one for the living room, one for the bedroom, one for the office. It blended into the home so naturally that many people forgot it existed, even though they used it every single day. But while Apple updated almost everything else, the iPad lineup, the MacBook Pro, even the Vision Pro, the HomePod Mini stayed exactly the same. Same design, same speaker, same S5 chip from an Apple Watch released years ago. And yes, that chip was old even at the time the HomePod Mini came out. Well, the wait is finally over. According to insiders like Mark Gurman, Apple is preparing to launch the HomePod Mini 2. And this upgrade is way bigger than what most people expected. The biggest change is on the inside. Apple is moving from the ancient S5 chip to a modern S9 or even S10 chip, the exact ones used in the latest Apple Watch models. And that upgrade alone unlocks something huge. Siri finally becomes useful. We're talking faster responses, smarter reactions, real context understanding, multi-step requests that don't break halfway. And most importantly, support for Apple Intelligence, Apple's next-generation AI system that relies heavily on local processing. Apple doesn't want Siri to feel like an outdated assistant anymore. They want it to feel smart, instant, personal. Imagine asking, "What time should I leave for my meeting?" And instead of hearing, "Here's what I found on the web," you get a real answer. Based on your calendar, based on traffic, based on weather. And the best part? All processed on the device. No clothes, no delay, no data leaving your home. But Siri isn't the only part getting an upgrade. Apple is putting its new M1 wireless chipset into the HomePod Mini 2. This adds Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6. And if you know how annoying laggy HomePods can be, you know how big this upgrade is. Better Wi-Fi means your audio streams won't fall out of sync. Better Bluetooth means better proximity control and more stable interactions. Everything feels faster, smoother, cleaner, and there's more. The HomePod Mini 2 is also expected to get Apple's second-generation ultra-wideband chip, the same technology that powers precision finding in AirTags. This means handoff becomes instant and extremely accurate. You bring your phone near the HomePod, and the audio jumps instantly. No delay, no confusion, no weird glitches. But Apple could take this even further. With UWB, the HomePod Mini could follow you around your house. You walk into the living room, it continues your podcast. You walk into the kitchen, it gives you your morning summary. You walk into your office, it starts a playlist you always use for work. Creepy? Maybe. Cool? Absolutely. Even sound quality is getting a small but meaningful upgrade. Apple has reportedly redesigned the internal acoustic chamber. The speaker is still tiny, but the sound could be deeper, richer, and more balanced. It won't sound like a giant speaker. Physics still exists, but it will sound better in day-to-day use. And the best part? Apple is keeping the same $99 price. In 2025, that's almost shocking. This move makes the HomePod Mini 2 one of the most accessible Apple devices in the entire lineup. And it positions Apple perfectly for a future where AI is running quietly in the background of your home. But Apple isn't stopping there. The next big surprise is the Apple TV 2025, and this thing is getting a massive upgrade. For years, the Apple TV has been a silent hero. It doesn't get headlines. It doesn't get flashy events. But it ties everything together. Your shows, your movies, your smart home, your HomePods, your iPhone. This year, Apple wants to take it to the next level. The new Apple TV is expected to ship with the S7 Pro chip. Yes, the same chip powering the iPhone 15 Pro. That means ray tracing, better graphics, faster processing, and incredible efficiency thanks to the 3-nanometer architecture. This might sound like overkill for a streaming device, and it kind of is. Most people aren't playing AAA games on Apple TV. But the real reason for all this power isn't gaming. It's Apple Intelligence. Siri on the new Apple TV will be smarter than ever. Personalized recommendations, real context understanding, better search, more accurate results. Instead of asking, "What should I watch?" and getting random nonsense, Siri will know your taste, your habits, your mood. It might even analyze what your friends are watching and show you things you're likely to enjoy. And just like the HomePod, the Apple TV 2025 gets the M1 wireless chip with Wi-Fi 7. If AirPlay has ever lagged or stuttered on your TV, say goodbye to all that. Wi-Fi 7 means instant AirPlay. No delay, no freezing, no audio dropouts. But here's where things get even more interesting. Apple is testing an Apple TV with a built-in camera. Not confirmed for this year, but definitely being tested. And this opens the door to FaceTime on your TV without using your iPhone or iPad. Gesture control, home monitoring, fitness tracking, even security features. This shows where Apple wants the Apple TV to go beyond streaming. They want it to be the digital center of your home. And the final surprise? Rumors say Apple is considering dropping the price below $100. That would make it the cheapest Apple TV ever released. And if they do that, millions more people could switch from laggy smart TV interfaces to Apple's smooth system. For Apple, that's a huge step toward total ecosystem domination. Now, based on everything we know, here's my personal take. The HomePod Mini 2 and Apple TV 2025 are not flashy products. They won't trend on Twitter. They won't go viral on launch day. But they're extremely important. They show exactly how Apple plans to bring AI into your home in a quiet, invisible, and deeply integrated way. These devices are not just upgrades. They are foundations for the next decade of Apple's ecosystem. And honestly, the price-to-value ratio looks incredibly strong. If Apple truly keeps prices the same, or even lowers them, these might be some of the best smart home products Apple has released in years. If you want stability, smart features, smooth performance, and deeper integration across your Apple devices, these are upgrades you might not want to skip. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon.